Hey guys, it's Trey here once again, and today we have another programming language challenge video, and we will be reversing a string in the C language. As you all know, I am a Java programmer, so for me this is going to be pretty simple because I am used to C style languages, and C is the granddaddy of them all. So let me go ahead and get started here. So first thing I'm going to do is create our source file. It's going to be called reverse.c. All right, now that we have that here, we're going to open it up. And the first thing I need to do is import some standard libraries that we're going to need. So I'm going to add the first one by typing this hash and then include. And then we're going to use the standard IO library. This is so we can print out the string once we're done. And also we need the string library so that I can get the length of the string so I can know how to reverse it. All right, so now we're going to create our main method. In this main method, we're going to add some command line arguments because basically we're going to be taking in the argument from the user. So to do this, we're going to need to pass in some parameters. One is going to be called argc. This is going to be the number of arguments that were passed in. And then we're also going to need to get this character array. So basically this is just a list of the arguments that are passed in. So argv is just a list of the arguments that were passed in. And now I'm going to actually get the argument from argv. So the way we're going to do this is by creating a new variable, which is going to be char. And then we put that star there with the str. And then we're going to get the argv, and then we're going to get the first element out of there. The reason why we're not using 0 here is because the 0 element is the name of the program. I want to get the first argument, which is going to be this 1 here. It's going to be at the 1 index. Next, I need to create a variable that's going to hold where we are on the right side of our string as we iterate through each character. So the way I'm going to reverse this string is I'm going to start at the first character and then I'll just replace it with whatever the last character is. And then I'm going to go to the next index and replace it with the next index that's on the other end of the string. So the first element gets replaced by, well, not replaced, it gets swapped by the last index. The second index gets swapped by the second to last index, and the third from the third to last, and it's going to go all the way until we get to the middle. Once we get to the middle, then we're done, we stop, and the string will be reversed. All right, so we're going to set this up by, I'm just going to call this right. And then we're going to get the length of that string. So we're going to use a built-in function. It's called strlen, and this is going to get us the length of that string. So we're going to say str. Then we're going to do -1 because we want to get the index. This is going to be set to the last index. So we need to get the -1 there. And now we're going to go and do this in a for loop. So we're going to have the index here. We're going to start at 0, and then we're going to go as long as we are less than half of the string. So if we're less than half of the string, then we will continue this loop. And then now we just need to do the swap. So I'm going to store this temp. Store the first, well, I guess the left side that we're on, because we're going to start at 0 and then we're just going to work our way up. So wherever I is, we're going to store that into temp. So we're going to say stri. So this is going to be what is temp, and then we're going to change the stri to whatever's on the right. So we're going to do str right. So now this sets whatever str I is to whatever is on the right side. All right. So then we're going to set the right side to temp. And that effectively swaps our characters. So the first character is going to get swapped with the last character, and then so on and so forth. So once we do that, the last thing we need to do is decrement our right counter. So basically this index is going to keep decreasing until we meet at the middle. And once we get to the middle, we'll stop and we'll pop out of this for loop, and then we can just print out the string. So we're going to do print, we're going to use the printf function, and then we're going to we want to print out a string. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to print a new line after that. And then now we just want to print out the string. All right, so this is it. This should reverse our string. So we're going to go ahead and compile this using GCC. So we're going to say GCC-O, and then I'm going to specify the output file to be called reverse. And then we need to put our source file in. All right, now it is compiled. As you can see up here, we have our binary that we can run now. So I'm going to do ./reverse, and then I'll just pass in hello. And as you can see, it reversed that string. We have ole. So let's try it again. Let's do it with a space. Let's see if that works. Okay, so it didn't work this space because it counted this as a separate argument. So I think if we put it in quotes, we should be able to get it right. Yep, there we go. So now I reversed that whole string. So this is it. Very simple today. Kind of happy that I got this one because it was an easy algorithm, I guess, with a language that I'm familiar with. So remember, you guys, that this series is for basically to let you know it doesn't matter which language you use. As long as you understand the core concepts, you will be able to program in that language. So don't focus on the syntax of a language or how this language does that or how this language does this. Just focus on the core concepts. Like in this story, we needed to know how the arguments get passed in from the command line. Once we did that, we needed to know how to use a for loop, or you could have done this recursively if you wanted to. So if you know all of this stuff, then the rest of this doesn't matter. Like including the libraries that comes with the language, you need to know how to include the libraries. Creating these variables, using these pointers, all of that stuff comes with learning the language. But you understand the concept of pointers. You understand the concept of for loops and recursion, and how that you need libraries to be included and stuff like that. That's going to help you in the long run. So learn the core concepts. Don't worry about the syntax. You can always Google the syntax. But that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel and all that jazz. And I will see you guys in the next video.